What's up everyone, OJ here. Welcome back to another video. Today we've got some interesting topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. And we're starting off with a little bit of a surprise announcement recently that The Outer Worlds is coming over to the Nintendo Switch, and this is a game from Obsidian. This is like a Fallout slash Borderlands style RPG, open-ended, that's coming to the PS4, Xbox One, and PC this October, and it has been revealed that it will be coming over to the Nintendo Switch later after that. We don't know if it's going to be 2019, it might be 2020, but the cool thing about this game, the port is being handled by Virtuos. These are the developers behind LA Noire, that game is really good, Final Fantasy 12 on the Nintendo Switch, and also Final Fantasy 10/10-2 HD Remaster. All of those games were really good on the Switch when it comes to the port over from the PS4, Xbox One. All of those were really good when it comes to the Final Fantasy titles being ported over from the PlayStation 4, and the LA Noire port was really good as well. So let's go ahead and get into a little bit of an overview of The Outer Worlds before we move into the next topic. So The Outer Worlds is a new single-player, first-person sci-fi RPG from Obsidian Entertainment and Private Division. Lost in transit while on a colonist ship bound for the furthest edge of the galaxy, you awake decades later only to find yourself in the midst of a deep conspiracy threatening to destroy the Halcon colony. As you explore the furthest reaches of space and encounter various factions, all vying for power, the character you decide to become will determine how this player-driven story unfolds. In the corporate equation for the colony, you are the unplanned variable. So you have some cool key features, RPG mechanics, gameplay, weapon crafting, all of that good stuff is all in there. And like I stated before, if you've played Fallout or Borderlands, maybe more so Fallout more than Borderlands, this is definitely a game that you should have your eye on, especially when it comes over to all the different platforms. Whatever you do like to play on, whether it's PS4, Xbox One, PC. I haven't spoken about it at all. I just kind of learned a little bit more about it. I remember seeing it like at E3 and everything like that, and I'm not necessarily huge into these type of games anymore. I'll check it out on the Nintendo Switch because this is the type of work that I do with Nintendo Switch. When it comes down to it, I'm not hugely interested in it from a personal level, but at the same time, there is a lot of people out there that are very happy that this style of game is coming over, and I've heard many people say, well, where's Fallout on the Nintendo Switch? Where's Borderlands on the Nintendo Switch? I think Obsidian saw a opportunity to get into the Nintendo Switch and get into a market that we don't have yet. There is no Fallout or Borderlands on the Switch yet, so they're probably going to be the first person to launch on the Nintendo Switch with that type of game, unless we get some type of surprise announcement for like a Borderlands 2 or something like that. But we're talking about a new current generation game, kind of like how Fallout 4 is, or like how Borderlands 3. I don't think those are going to be coming to Switch before The Outer Worlds is. We have to wait and see on that, but either way, it's a great announcement, and there's a lot of people really happy about this. Not so sure about myself if I'm going to like the game more so than anything, just because I kind of fell out of those type of games. I'll check it out, but we'll have to wait and see on it. But either way, I'm happy for those who do like the style of game that it's coming over to the Switch, and once again, it proves that if a developer wants something on there, they just have to find the right port studio and they can get it going on the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about The Outer Worlds coming over to the system? No release date at this point, but what do you think about the announcement? I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving on to the next topic here, we do have a updated million sellers list for the Nintendo Switch. So Nintendo just gave us their Q2 report, and things were looking really good. When it comes to the Switch itself, the system has sold 36.87 million units worldwide as of June 30th, and Super Mario Maker 2 also dropped 2.42 million in 3 days, going pretty well there. Plus, we have some updates on the sales numbers, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is a beast unlike no other. So I'm going to go over some of the sales numbers here. We'll go over the top 10, starting from the bottom to the top. Mario Tennis Aces, 1-2 Switch, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario Party, Splatoon 2 at 9.02 million. That is very good to see. And if you count that Octo expansion too, definitely going very good for Nintendo for a newer-ish type of IP. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at 13.61 million. Very good to see that game do so well. Best-selling Legend of Zelda game of all time on a singular platform. Next up is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate with a cool 14.73 million. Super Mario Odyssey at 14.94 million. So we can see Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, especially with the hero launching recently, and also with Banjo-Kazooie still to come, plus some more characters, we can see that maybe overtake Super Mario Odyssey. And of course, the eternal Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at 17.89 million units, extending its lead out, and will probably be the best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch when it's all said and done. We're probably going to see some type of Nintendo Switch Lite bundles at some point, but I do want to talk about this when it comes to their financial results, because things were pretty good overall. Things were pretty good. 2.13 million units for the quarter. That's up from 1.88 in the quarter last year, so not bad at all. Switch software sales were at 22.62 million for the quarter. That's up from 17.96 million. Total Switch software sales are at 210 million plus, so that's also very good as well. Overall, Nintendo's doing really good, but I think at the end of the day, I do want to talk about this, because I think that with these sales numbers here that we've seen so far, so 37 million units, because this was as of June 30th, so there's been a whole nother month of sales, so it's probably at 37 million units plus. Obviously, is there, even if you just look at the media crate or the Japanese sales, it's obviously at 37 million units already, and that's before we head into the price drop that we're getting in September. The Nintendo Switch Lite pre-orders just went live recently. We also have Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, you have Daemon X Machina, you have Astral Chain, you have Dragon Quest XI S Definitive Edition, you have Luigi's Mansion, you have Pokemon Sword and Shield, you have all of these bigger games that are going to come out and push the system with the cheaper price point as well. I think this is the first time that I've made this type of statement in terms of on a video, but I definitely think that after the holiday season, we can see the Nintendo Switch at 50 million units worldwide. I can easily see them selling 3 million units for the next quarter, especially with everything that I just mentioned with Astral Chain, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. But the biggest thing is the price drop with $200 with the Nintendo Switch Lite. I can see them shifting 3 million units around that quarter. And then for the holiday quarter, I can see them shifting another maybe 10 million units, especially with Pokemon and with other games like Luigi's Mansion and other stuff that's going to be coming out. 10 million units plus another 3 million units for this quarter coming up with Q3 is not out of the question. So a Q4 for 10 million, a Q3 with 3 million, that would put it right at 50 million units worldwide. This holiday is going to be absolutely massive for Nintendo with that price drop and with what they're doing. And I think that with at 50 million units, you're going to see already a lot of developers making games. We have the announcement of the Outer Worlds, right? We have The Witcher 3 that's going to be coming as well this year. We're seeing games come, but I think that at 50 million before the other systems even drop, they've put themselves in such a great position heading into that next generation. I think developers can't ignore it, because by the time in the holiday season next year, when the other systems do drop, the Switch can easily be at another 20 million plus that, considering we don't know what's going on next year. But there's already great games that are going to be big system movers. For example, Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's going to move a ton of systems. So Nintendo is in a great position with the software that they're going to be releasing, with the sales so far, what they've done with the quarter. I think that they're just really doing great. They're really doing great with it. And I think that if you look at what Nintendo's positioned themselves into with this hybrid device and the price point that they can get it at, and now they have the whole new revision, there's one more factor that a lot of people still aren't talking about too much, and I haven't discussed it too much, but after crunching some numbers and kind of looking into some things, I think that China, they have that partnership with Tencent that's going to be launching this year as well. That's going to be a big boon. Not anything crazy. It's not like they're going to get like another 20 million sales or something insane, but I do feel that having the addition of China and the markets where you can have your games being sold there, you have a good partner with Tencent in terms of the economy over there in China. I think that's really going to help them move a lot more units than what previously thought, or it can help them get boosted to that 50 million goal when it comes down to it. Now, their goal, I don't think is 50 million. Their goal, I think, is around 40 something million by March of next year. I think they wanted to sell somewhere in that range, but I think that 50 million is definitely possible with China, with the price drops, with the games that we're going to be getting, and with unknown games that we don't know yet. I mean, there's going to be some more releases and other stuff announced, and of course Animal Crossing dropping right before the fiscal year end in March. That's going to be a big boost as well, so I can see them doing that, but it's going to be interesting. That's the first time that I've made an official prediction on a video in terms of what we'll see, but definitely 50 million by March of next year. I think that's for sure going to happen, but I think at the earliest it could be after the holiday season, and by January, the end of that, we see that the Switch is at around 50 million with that holiday, because we saw that big boost after last year. They were like at 20 something million. Then all of a sudden they were at 30 million when it comes to after the holiday, big holiday season, and they had Smash Brothers and like Mario and stuff like that. Whereas this year you have Pokemon, you have some other stuff, Luigi's Mansion, you got some excitement plus the price drop. So we'll have to wait and see how Nintendo plays this one with the announcements and the games and Nintendo Directs and everything. But I think they're right on track to have a very good holiday season, very good Q3 as well with the games that are coming out. And of course the price drops and the new hardware is definitely going to help as well, in addition to China coming into the fray. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here today? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for this RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace.